Hello once again, I'm Creator GX and this is GxCraft, so let's get right started then. As I stated before, we were watching the MLG Dallas games, and we still have LiquidHuK, the red Protoss, versus EGIdra, the blue Zerg. And I say it with an evil contempt because he's kind of a dick, as I previously have stated. I do want to apologize for how many times I stuttered in the last one, but keep in mind, I am still getting my bearings straight, and it is just as ridiculous as ever. I'm about as professional as Husky. No diss on Husky. He's a lot better of a caster than I am, but he's no Day 9 or a Tosis. I'll give him that. But he has fun, and I appreciate that. Okay, they're both scouting out here, and my scroll is ridiculously not very cool. And yeah, this is I want to point out that as a scout, the Overlord has got to be the slowest scout of its kind. Let's mock how slow this can be. Riveting. Meanwhile, though, we're seeing the probe going in, having a little laugh, watching it how slow these. Yeah, and he's gonna do the mineral thing to some avail. Then I'm pissed. I'm gonna kill that probe. Watching probes just stick around. Okay, now he finally drops a spawning pool, and he is going to see it. He's going to take a look at it. No early expand for him just yet. He's just now, Huck is just now laying his gateway down. And his assimilator. Okay, now he's sending out IdrA is sending out 2 drones because he does want to get rid of this drone very badly before he does that. Oh! That was bad. And he's not going to be able to get rid of it until he gets some Zerglings out, which will be in a bit, but he did just, Huck did just prevent IdrA from getting an early expand. And now he's gonna do it again. Is he gonna do it again? Wait for it. Oh man, this is hilarious to watch. Meanwhile, we'll take a look. One drone finally getting a scout in. Okay, now he's finally going to lay his hatchery. Is he? Yeah, he is. And that probe will walk away, assuring himself that that expo was very delayed, and I think maybe slightly off. But yeah, meanwhile, we're taking a look. He only has, he has 3 on it. He's getting his queen out. Of course, always get your queens out first. But unfortunately, it's like a weird line. Getting at that. He's finally getting his expo down. And he's chrono boosting out his gateway. And now he has, oh no, my mistake. He has 2 Zerglings out initially. But he's not going to be able to... Oh! I'm so surprised that probe is still alive. That drone probably could get rid of it if he really wanted to. I think he just took a mineral from his stack and decided, I'm going to mull it all the way back over here. That silly, silly probe. Alright. But taking a look in, he's basically going to get a minimal effect, like a minimal contain, as he's waiting for his whip gates to finish. He does have chrono ready, but he thought the same thought I did. Oh my jeez. You know what, IdrA still has his drone in. I'm kind of surprised how long it's lasted. Yeah, but meanwhile, taking a look at this, he doesn't have any other Zerglings out aside from these initial 4. In fact, actually taking a look, yeah, same, yeah. And of course, IdrA does have the lead. He's mainly focusing on minerals. I guess he's going to go very Zergling heavy in the initial few minutes. But, like, going in, there's not a whole lot of aggression just yet because he delayed this second so long. And IdrA is getting a spine crawler up. Oh, I did not notice this! There was a proxy pylon here the entire time, so he's going to do a small push because he has no Zerglings in. Oh, he does have Zerglings in, just in time. But he is going to get that probe in to do a bit of scouting, and nothing. But I think maybe, Yeah, crap. I think maybe he did see that. Yes, he did see there's a roach warren, and now he's going to be completely prepared for it. He did manage to ward off those Zerglings by force-fielding himself. Not able to attack, but he is attempting 4-gate. Or 3-gate. Kind of surprised. He's going so heavy sentry, it's not even funny. I guess that's so he can go early expand. Oh, what the hell? Like, one of these sentries is having an epileptic seizure, and I feel kind of sorry. And now it's gonna get wiped out. So sad. Such is life. Meanwhile, these Zerglings are just sitting back doing nothing. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, that pylon's going down. If any of you are fans of Pylo, the pylon, I apologize. That was his twin brother. But these Zerglings are gonna do in. I'd probably just do a little bit of a poke. Nothing essential. I see IdrA's strategy. He does like to get map control as Zerg, which is very easy for Zerg. It's a lot harder for Protoss until they get observers out. But he is going to do a small bit of poking, just to have him a bit on edge. He finally now, I think, is getting his 4th warp gate. Where is that thing? Where is it? I do not see the 4th gate. There it is. It's just warping in, I guess. Yeah, okay, now it's gonna be used. But he's been HuK has been using his minerals very essentially, so he doesn't really need it out just yet. Up until this, he's gonna get saturated. But he is getting +1 attack right now. Meanwhile, take a look at EGIdra. He is gonna go heavy roach again because that was very successful last time he did it. But it seems he's going to be upgrading the Zerglings first. Oh, and I just now noticed. He had a Baneling nest right here. So he might go for a bust, because he does see a lot more gateway units. He saw as many gateway units as he saw initially the last time. Excuse me. Okay, but again, HuK is having the trouble of being not terribly aggressive. And I think he does know that this is there. He's gonna, like, try to get it as best he can. And those Zerglings are just gonna take a bit of a pounding, losing 3 of their buddies. And on the other hand, these overlords are gonna be crapping creep everywhere. Okay, he's falling into the same problem as last time. EGIdra is far ahead, and he already has his 3rd right now. And I hope HuK realizes this. Is he aware of it? He is not. He doesn't even know he has these many overlords on the field. But I think he is going to make a small bit of a push. Or at the very least, snipe off the I want to call them towerlings, but I'm not exactly sure. Because, like, for whatever reason... No, I know the reason, because I play Zerg sometimes. But for whatever reason, they love to get that Zelnaga watchtower up. Through just 1 Zergling, which basically means half a unit. He is going to poke up there real quick. Observer out. Let's take a look at where it's going. As I rub my eye, because I cannot see. He's going to sing a mixed statue and a creep tumor. Because he is trying to spread his creep as best he can, so he can secure this as quickly. But he is going to see this going in. He's going to move his forces back. But he does have shit tons of roaches here. And a shit... I should not be cussing. He has a lot more banelings going in. He just poked in just to make him a bit antsy. Oh, but I think he is aware. He's very aware that he saw this observer. And he is going to snipe it out as best he can with that cruddy little queen. Oh, there's something in my eye, and I do not know why, but it might be because EGIdra's. I'm watching EGIdra. That must be why. I should respect him, but I do not like his bad manners at all. He's terrible at them. Let's take a look at these stalkers. They are much better than EGIdra. Okay. Alright, going in. Let's actually take a look at the production tab right now. We're seeing... Okay, he is going for Colossus. That's the way it looks right now. Unless he mains to go really fast, like to get the phase prism speed. Not sure why, though a drop right here would be great, because he's right there. Be bump, 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 bump. Okay, he is gonna move in with an observer right here. He's getting his 4th already. I mean, not HuK. IdrA is getting his 4th. We're gonna run into the same economic problem as last time. Because HuK is IdrA. IdrA is the one who is the Zerg. Ugh. IdrA is so good economically, but when it comes to defending it, when it comes to defending these expos, he doesn't always have the right plan. So it'd be best if he just like sniped these out before they become a problem. But now he's gonna run in with a crapload of Zerglings and probably snipe this out as early as possible. And he could have gotten it for only a few casualties. He can always make these. But he sees now there's a Colossus on the field, so he had the chance that he did not take. Oh, he was okay. Yeah, he's probably gonna wipe the floor with these Protoss units. Oh my goodness! I am so surprised how effective those Zerglings are. That is ridiculous. Unbelievably ridiculous. Okay, now HuK is in a bit of trouble because he just lost like 3 or so stalkers. Let's actually take a look at the lives lost. He's lost 40. Oh no, that's IdrA. He's lost a few units, enough to get him in the shitter. Oh my, that's a big production tab. I was actually taken aback by how big that was. But now we're seeing these Zerglings are only getting more ridiculous. And now I think he's doing a drop of... He's doing a Baneling drop. He's expecting this Colossus to come in. It's going to be very bad for HuK. I don't think he sees this coming at all. He's prepared for roaches, because he did see those roaches go in. But it's a mainly Zergling army. I think it'd be best... Yeah. I don't know why he's retreating. He could take this down immediately. And because HuK's Colossus count is not nearly high enough to take care of this. This is maxed. But the problem is he's not going to be able to make any more units, so that's why he's focusing mainly on upgrades. So that when he does transition into, I'm assuming, Mutalisks, he'll have max on all of it. But the problem is then he'll be extremely vulnerable. But the problem is HuK has 3 while he's going on 4. Although this isn't entirely saturated. I don't know entirely what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean. He is prepared to use these Banelings though. I think that's a problem. I think HuK will know that those are all loaded with Banelings. Ugh, this is gonna turn out terrible for HuK. But he is aware. Let's actually take a look at the vision real quick. How is he not aware that that's there? I think he saw the creep, so he must know that that's there. And this Overlord ain't doing nothing. He is retreating a great deal because I think he is aware. He's very aware of what he sees. But now it's Blink Stalkers he's up against. I think if he micros that effectively, he'll be able to take out the Overlords without much damage. And now he's getting the gold, which is a problem because he sees it. Take a look. He sees it. IdrA sees him taking the gold. Oh, this is going to turn out horrible. But he is... Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten that other Zergling, but he does control this bottom left side, it seems. Okay, now we're going to be running into some trouble, because those Zerglings are going to be able to ace it. And it's going down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Blizzard seconds. That is probably incredibly wrong, and I apologize, but it went down pretty damn fast. And he is aware he's rebuilding it. That's 400 minerals that he's sinking down the toilet. Now see, the problem with it though, even though this army is maxed, IdrA has a lot of money he's not using. Which is, I guess, not a problem, because he doesn't have to worry about mining anymore. It's a very weird force field placement, but he is going to be able to snipe this out. Oh yeah, that's a lot of Zerglings. They're so fast, and those Blink Stalkers are going to get the edge on them, though. And as well as the Colossus. Oh goodness. I think he's finally freeing up room. He's just letting him kill these Zerglings at this point. He's finally going to transition into Corruptor Broodlord Zergling or something. I think it would be best if he actually just grabbed that gold just for the hell of it. Or at least just put a creep tumor up there or something. Because now he's going to make the incredible push. But he's going to be so aware of it. Like, IdrA can see almost everything on his side of the map. But he is going to get a few fungal growths. Oh no, the Baneling drop is going to come in. I think he knows what's going to happen, but these contains. And now it's breaking my computer. The Banelings are so effective. Shall we? Yeah, so, okay. IdrA's doing his drops. He does Baneling drops over the Colossus, completely crippling his supply, but he does manage to get through okay. But now, the new problem is going to be these Broodlords, which he is prepared for. He has enough Stalkers to deal with it. But while that happens, these Corruptors are going to come in and completely demolish the what few Colossus are on the field. Unfortunately, I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, finally Guardian Shield goes up, just as I start thinking it. Zerg is going to go in and try to plow through these Stalkers, but I think he's going to blink away. Oh no! He's going to be doing the Force Field in, so he's going to be doing a quick retreat. So yeah, both of them are now in the red, but we're seeing IdrA's going to be able to quickly build up his forces, as HuK is going to make for a speedy retreat, because he knows this is the most vulnerable base for him right now. I'm actually kind of surprised HuK does not go DTs, just because there's not a lot of detection out on the field. There's a lot of overlords, just not a lot of detection. So yeah, he's going to HuK is going to catch that there are what he assumes to be fully loaded overlords. I'm kind of surprised. I think this overseer, this observer actually has speed in it. He's going to be dropping those Zerglings to try to make sure those overlords get away. Basically sacrificing them. All HuK is trying to do is basically, you know, make him lose a lot more army than he can right now. This is actually pretty bad. I'm actually kind of sad that I had to re-record this, because I think initially I did much better. But, you know, my computer, like, I'm still trying to find optimized software, but so you do what you have to. Alright, but taking a look though, IdrA is slowly building up his forces with Broodlords and Zerglings and Banelings. That was the opera of the Baneling, I guess. Yeah, so he is going to be moving out, but unfortunately HuK does catch a glimpse of it with the Observer. I think he might be finally securing this gold, but he is in an economic surplus still. He has what? Let me see how many hatches. 1 hive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hatches. That's a lot of larvae when you build it up. Okay, we're seeing the... Okay, I'm terrible for missing this. The Broodlords are going to be doing a fair amount of damage with their humongous range, taking out what believes to be quite a few Stalkers. I'm pretty sure we'll take a look at the unit's loss tab real quick. And yeah, actually I'm kind of surprised that IdrA is actually doing worse. But yeah, this base is finally going down. It'll be down in 5, 4, 3. Backing out? Yeah, these Broodlords realize the Stalkers are now coming in, and they retreat a bit. I'm pretty sure IdrA could have grabbed a few more queens and done the transfusion trick, so he can just heal these as it goes. So now he's gonna... Oh, now that he's finally resurfaced, he's gonna get rid of what seems like 5 probes into this immediate worker line, and now it's finally gonna kill off this Nexus. So that is not gonna be good for HuK in the slightest. But taking a look, he does have the army to throw away here. But he is running into a bit of a problem because of all these Broodlords, which I believe is... How much is a Broodlord supply? I believe 6, so that's more than half it. I think that's a big chunk of his army right there. In a missed fungal growth, I think. The observer's gonna head back in. HuK has a lot of observers for a Protoss player. And we're seeing that both of them are being so awesome, it's making my computer run so very slowly. Okay, I think we're finally back in. So yeah, we're seeing the Zerglings are now... yeah, the combined force is about to head in. But now HuK is finally securing a 4th now, and a 5th. And now that he has the army to defend it, he is well aware that this is there, but I think he is going to do some damage in... Oh, and I did catch it. The drop is going to happen, and these zealots are not going to be enough to stop 16 Zerglings. It is going to kill this pylon. So yeah, this is a minimal drop, but it's enough. And while that's happening, a huge battle over here. Unfortunately for him, these stalkers are just getting completely demolished by the Broodlords. But they are slowly destroying... They are slowly getting rid of them, so that's always good. These are more valuable than a couple thousand stalkers. Luckily, the other two are going to completely get rid... I mean, ground forces are almost completely destroyed. But HuK did take most of the damage from that. And now, I'm not sure exactly when this happened, but HuK has gotten Hallucination to try to fool him. And now that Zergling is going to be out of there. Once again, IdrA's building out his forces incredibly quickly. He might want to leave himself with a few more Corruptors this time around, because those Colossus did present him with a problem. And now we're seeing much more Colossus on the field, getting rid of this gold expansion before it was even saturated. Let's take a look at the economy, as I would say. Yeah, because of this drop, and the fact that he was so behind in bases for so long, HuK has been in the economic backstanding for the longest time, and he has fewer harvesters, which is also not very good. But even then, let me actually check his gas. Is he still mining these two? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he needs to saturate these. He needs to saturate this base and fully defend it. But we are getting to the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. As you can no doubt tell by looking below you and seeing that the video is almost over. But yeah, he is going to be standing in with the Colossi. He will, I think, catch glimpse. He does not yet see this, but he does have an observer right here, which is going to catch glimpse of this huge run here. And now he's going to be heading in. HuK is going to be going in, trying to get rid of a few Zerglings. Unfortunately, these Broodlords are starting to catch up. He has 10 on the field. I cannot believe how many that is. It's making up the most, like, the majority of his army, if not drones. Okay, now we're seeing hallucinated void rays. And, okay, now they're going in, the Zerglings are going to be going in there. The Corruptors are focusing on the void rays, which is going to distract them from all the Colossus. Unfortunately for that, he does decide to retreat. And IdrA GG's. It does not display it on here because I got I think, a corrupt replay, but IdrA has left the game. No GG. Actually, he may have GG. Like, that might be why it looks weird, because in older replays, it does not display the player has left the game. But regardless, IdrA has decided to quit the game because of hallucinated void rays. Which, I'd be just as confused as him, because he did not see a Stargate on the field at any point. So, yeah. This is the game that may have cost him. Like, he could have just as easily won if he had a detector on the field to know that these Void Rays weren't real. But these Stalkers, even though the Colossus are still on the field, they would have made short work of the Zerglings, I think. Maybe not, because I'm seeing 3 rows of it, but just taking a look at it, like, the Stalkers would take still quite a while to get rid of all these Broodlords. But with +3/+2, it's fairly obvious that he could have at least made him, like, stop. But it's fairly obvious that IdrA, his bases, he had a lot more bases than HuK did. He was dominating the entire game, and then all of a sudden, this happens, and HuK completely takes the game. So that's a big win for LiquidHuK, which I am very glad of. He's one of my favorite Protosses to watch. So yeah, that is game 2 in a series of 3, so we are going to go into the tiebreaker right after the bump. Cannot believe about that Void Ray shit.